Hi, I'm Susie Quillen from Perfectly Naughty, and I just wanted to take a minute and thank you for following my crochet tutorials and subscribing to my channel. I really do appreciate that. It really helps me to grow and develop more patterns and tutorials and things for you. Right now, though, I cannot reply to or comment on any of my tutorials or anything that's on my blog, which is livingwellwithsusieq.blogspot.com. And there's a glitch apparently with the Google system, and many of us are having issues with that. So for now, if there's a crochet related question that you have about any of my tutorials, instead of replying below the video, if you could please just look me up on Facebook at facebook.com/perfectly naughty. You can post a message to my wall, and then I will just answer that as quickly as I can. And that's the kind of thing that really helps all of my crochet community to learn from. So I appreciate you taking the time to do that. So today we're going to take a look at a connected double crochet. One of the things we love about double crochet is it gets us height on a row, so we can make a lot more fabric. What we don't like about the double crochets sometimes is that there can be a lot of gapping in between them. So what we're going to do is I'm going to teach you how to do a connected double crochet. We're going to do chain 3 to turn at the end of our row, and we're going to be working back across. A connected double crochet does not, in a connected double crochet, this chain 3 turning does not count as a stitch. So you will go ahead and make a stitch in that one, which you typically would not. We're going to go into the second chain from the hook. I like to get under 2 loops when I do that. It does help, I think it does help prevent gapping. We're going to go into the second chain. We're going to pull up a loop. Then we're going to go into the stitch. We're going to pull up a loop, and now we're going to complete our double crochet. Now we're going to go into the side of the double crochet. Again, I like to pick up 2 loops, yarn over, pull up a loop, go into the next double crochet, and finish your double crochet. And we're going to go into the side, pick up your loop. This becomes your yarn over. Go into the double crochet over here, yarn over. Now you have 3 loops, and then complete as usual. So normally when you do a double crochet, you yarn over, go into your stitch, yarn over, pull it up, yarn over, come through 2, yarn over, come through 2. But what happens is you end up with this gap right here, which is fine for certain stitches, but maybe you're making a sweater and you don't want that gap there. So this connected stitch is just a really great way to close the gap. So you're going to come into the side of that double crochet. Again, I really like to pick up 2 loops. Yarn over. We're going to pull up a loop. This becomes your yarn over. Then go into the stitch, yarn over, pull up. Now you have your 3, and complete as usual. And no gapping. There's no hole there. So we're going to go into the side. I'm going to do it across this row. I think there's only 10 stitches here. So go into the side, pull up your loop, go into the next stitch, pull up your loop, and complete as usual. Go into the side of this stitch under 2 loops, yarn over, pull up your loop, go into the next stitch, and pull up your loop, and then complete as usual. Into the side of the stitch, pull up a loop, into the next stitch, pull up a loop, and complete as usual. Go into the side of the stitch, pull up a loop, into the next stitch, pull up a loop, and complete as usual. Go into the side of the stitch, pull up a loop, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, and complete as usual. And into the side of the stitch, pull up a loop, into the next stitch, pull up a loop, and complete as usual. into the side of the stitch, into the next stitch, to complete as usual. Now, one of the things that's really important to know and understand with a connected double crochet is that that chain 3 turning chain does not count as your first double crochet the way that it does with a usual double crochet. So when you come down to the end, don't place a stitch in that turning chain. Count your stitches and make sure that you have the correct number for that row, and that's going to tell you whether or not you've got all your stitches in all the right places. And there you have it, no gap in your double crochets. So for a sweater or a baby blanket that you don't want their little fingers getting stuck in or their little toes, this is going to be a great stitch for you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.